son, I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face?
Hello, everybody. It's the coach.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the New England Patriots. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go, D. Check it.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Brady. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now let's give you a look here.
Keep in that season with New England, really came out in the playoffs, scored the only touchdown in the Super Bowl win over the Rams. Expect bigger and better from Sony Michel moving forward.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Patriots send out their punter. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. 54. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Jones gonna throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Benny Fowler there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England getting the football back here. And Charles, they are, as we said earlier, still undefeated, defeating the Jets on Monday night. They've now beaten the New York Jets 8 straight times. It was their second shutout of the season. What was it, 33-0?
I kind of lost track.
Yeah, you lose track, don't you? But this is a team, obviously, that is still with it, doing everything that it can to get back to the Super Bowl and win another one.
And not only that, despite the fact their defense playing at really historical levels right now, they added to their...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Benjamin Watson. 75 yards as his guys are on the board here. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. So many times you think of these tight ends catching the ball already in the end zone, but today's tight end, they can run after the catch, too, to score.
They're big, they're strong, but they're extremely athletic, and they can surprise the heck out of you when they get the ball in their hands and they're running away from the defense.
This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Jones throwing again. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
It got his man complete. A big play there for the Giants. 42 yards.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away from me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Jones. He completes it to Tate. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Throwing Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 65 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. As a former DB, you might not like it. And now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. He hurdles him.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. Playing them with a screen soon.
He's airing it out, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for New England. 45 yards.
Now that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Mohamed Sanu, 34 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. A sensational one-handed grab of the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Nugent tacking on the PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, if you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
10 logo. 58, right over there. Mike, 58, right there. Now set a tone, fellas. Now set a tone.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And now running right through it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Brady now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And that'll bring up second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. But now it'll be third down. Here's Brady to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Dorsett's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back to the air on second down. Jones throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Red Allison, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jones now operating from the gun. Jones hit, and the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused...
And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. New York set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yards.
yardage. Okay.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So we've come to halftime after, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Now it's Nugent out to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this
you're
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Jones throwing to start the drive. Finds his tight end Ingram. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here.
When each side points at the other, hey, you did it, no, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Patriots take over. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part,
he's got a man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for New England. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
Patriot touchdown. Touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Nugent on now for the extra point. Oh, my goodness. This is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Again, it's Barkley. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again, Mohamed Sanu is marching back onto the field now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady as his guys continue to pour. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. So a very short kicker. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami, ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now Brady on the bootleg. As a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman his second touchdown of the afternoon. As he's got, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
We play to win. Let's go.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check pass. Check pass.
Now.
2nd and 5 now. Jones, throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Do it.
Getting set to go again, Mohamed Sanu is marching back onto the field now. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. From the gun on third down, Brady caught by Sanu. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages. Now
a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now he's flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Open man right side is Ingram. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Jones now to throw again. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely.
Mike 58 right there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's White. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll run with White. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Wait, that.
Brady going to throw here. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And this one brought in by Sanu. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish him. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman.
Hey, everybody, it's the Cup.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. There's Mike Nugent now to put this one in the air. This will be taken very short. And we are underway in Foxborough. And they're going to start. Stafford leading out the Detroit Lions offense, who all of a sudden, after a couple of losses, now sit at 2-3-1 at the bottom of the NFC North. But Stafford in that shootout with Minnesota lost 42-30. He threw for 364 yards, 4 touchdowns, and an interception, Charles.
And he went over the 40,000-yard mark in his career, one of 21 to do it in NFL history. But he was the fastest to get it done, took only 147 games, was at 4 less than what Matt Ryan had established previously. But I think he's been good this year. A lot of people call it a bounce-back season for him. I think he's been excellent. He's a type of quarterback I would like to have. I just think they've got to continue.